Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be doing Book of the Month for April. And oh god, this year is just going way too damn quickly. So I've been trying to broaden my horizons a bit more in books that at first I'm like, I don't know, and then going for it anyway because I like to be surprised, and I've been trying to be a little bit less judgy when it comes to books, especially this year. So yeah, I think I've been talking to my friend about Magnus Chase series by Rick Riordan, and I was thinking, even though I adore the characters from the Heroes of Olympus series, I really think that the Magnus Chase trilogy is my favourite of the Rick Riordan book series. And we were just discussing what kind of other stories and other authors have a similar vibe, just to, see if we can find something similar. And one thing that came up was The Keeper of the Lost Cities series by Shannon Messenger. And it looked very young, it looked a little bit, I don't know, but I went for it anyway, even though it's at a younger level, and I've read the first book and I've started the second, and honestly, I love it. I don't care that it's for younger readers. That hasn't stopped me before. I don't think that stopped anybody before. The majority of fandoms you have nowadays that are, works for younger audiences are mostly like grown-ups that are reliving childhood. And yeah, the first Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, by Shannon Messenger is our book of the month. I do not have a physical copy. I bought it on Kindle, so it is on my Kindle. So we look at Sophie. She is a just intellectual protege. She is 12 years old, and yet she is at a college, university level intellect. She doesn't really have a lot of friends because of the age differences. She feels alienated in her own family. She's just, got a photographic memory to boot. And she also has the interesting quirk that she can read people's minds and has no control over it whatsoever. The poor thing, it is just constant noise because she can't tune anything out. It is just So yeah, things get a bit weird one day when she is approached by somebody who tries to convince her, yeah, you ain't from here. Which tends to be the theme. It is a very, I'm not going to say cliche, but it is such a trope setup. So the long and short of it is, this is not a spoiler, this happens like within the first 2-3 chapters. Sophie is shown another world where her abilities are not so strange. It is actually pretty common, but her particular brand of it is very strange. And turns out she's not even human. She's an elf. No one knows how she ended up in the human world. No one knows why she's so powerful. No one knows what the hell happened. But now she has to pack up and move to this other world to try and figure out what the hell is going on. It does have a Rick Riordan, Harry Potter vibe to it, with a school with magic and another world and different species and different. The world building in this is so good, okay? So yeah, it does have a very tropey setup. It does have a very predictable starting point. However, the twists and turns along the way just take all of these expectations and just subverts them. And oh my god, the characters. I love the characters in this. Dex is a precious being that needs to be protected at all costs, and Keith needs a bit of a slap, but at the same time, I'm rooting for the boy. Sophie's a very fun protagonist because she starts off very wide-eyed and, oh wow, new world, and I'm so naive and I don't know how anything works, and quirky shenanigans ensue because of misunderstandings. But she grows out of that very quickly. The fact that she ages a full year in this first book gives me so much hope for the rest of the series, because I think there's over 8 books at the moment, and the fact that she's aging and the characters are aging with her just shows that there is going to be a very similar vibe of the books will age along with the characters and the readers, and I have so much hope for that. It just opens up so many more doors, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's the thing, this book sets up so many good plot points to be explored later, and it could have easily been a one and done. The way it ends, it could have been a great standalone, but the fact that it does leave these little loose ends here and there makes you curious to read more. And as I said, the world building is amazing. Like the magic system, it has a well thought out magic system with the way that it works for different people, the way that it works genetically. It's just, and the way the rules are enforced. It's, oh, I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Anything that actually takes the time to develop a magic system properly, I'm going to be all for. And the fact that there are decent characters to boot, and a lot of them, I'm happy. If I was going to have an issue with the first book, then it would probably be that it is written very young. It does feel very young at the start. That is to lure in that age group. I understand that. It's trying to be, you know, of the mind of a 12-year-old, which I get. And I'm not holding it against it. It is a bit hard to get into in the first chapter or so, but when Sophie starts getting more aware of the world around her and acting accordingly, then you feel like it's starting to grow up a little bit. So the writing style is great. It is very appropriate for the age group that it's for, and it is showing that it has a maturity that is going to be coming out more and more and more, which is great. I have nothing against that. It also has a great fandom. If you type in Keeper of the Lost Cities in Pinterest or something, you're going to get so much fan art and fun. It's a really great fandom to be in. It reminds me so much of the Rick Riordan fandom, which is what I was looking for. And I don't want to say that this is a direct copy and paste of Rick Riordan. It is not whatsoever. It is very much its own thing. It just has enough of the similar vibes to get you interested while also being perfectly capable of standing on its own 2 feet. It's great. There are a few times when the plot can get a little bit distracted with itself, like it doesn't know if it wants to go down one trope or another. Luckily it does have enough twists and turns that you are kept guessing, that you are given a little bit of a trope just to be, you know, just to show that it could go that way, but then it's going to go a different way. So it likes to subvert your expectations, which I like. And again, the fact that it is written for younger audiences can be a bit distracting at times, but it moves on so quickly. And again, the fact that you see the character's age is a great sign. And even the background characters are just, they have so much development, and there's backstory for all of them. Everybody has their own backstory. It's not just you're the token friend A, you're the token friend B, etc. It is, no, they all have their own parts to play, they all have their own shit that's going on. You're just not able to see all of it yet because there's more books. So yeah, it's a very promising series. I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of it. I can't wait to see how certain characters are going to develop, because they're a lot of fun so far, and I know for a fact that the fun characters get broken. That's just a thing. Every time you find a character in a book that you're like, oh, I really like you, how is someone going to hurt you? It's just, that is just how it is for writers. I've done it myself. I have characters that I absolutely adore, and I'm just like, oh, my precious baby, now to break you. That is very much what this is, and you know, I want to see how they develop. It's good for development. I'm looking forward to seeing it. This book has got me excited to read the rest of the series, which I wasn't expecting, because I looked at it and thought, oh, this does look very young. I do like books that have a younger group because it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it can have a lot of surprises when it does go dark. But I don't know, there was just something about this where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this one so much, but now here I am raving about it, so it goes to show me. It gets you excited, it has a lot to offer, and I'm glad about that. I'm glad. That's why it's Book of the Month, because it has made me excited to read the rest of the series. Woo! Great world building, a well put together magic system, really fun characters with development and backstory all on their own, and the characters age with the books to open up more doors for plots, character development, and all the rest of it. So it's a win for me. Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, Book of the Month. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here before I go on even more of a tangent, and yeah, please give this book a go, give the series a go. I don't know what's going to be around the corner. Like I said, I've only just started book 2. It could break me, it could be a disaster, it could be one of the best things I've ever read. Who knows, we'll see how it goes. But yes, no spoilers please. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye my scribblers.